Already, how everybody doing? I am G, the seeker of truth. This is Spiritual Stake, and yes, your spirit is at stake. We are in our Bible breakdown. We are in Genesis chapter 19. Just a quick overview of chapter 18. The Lord appeared as three men unto Abraham. He had Sarah prepare a meal for him they was looking for. She was in a tent. They had a conversation with Abraham, telling Abraham that Sarah was going to bear them a child. Sarah overheard it in the tent, and she laughed about it. God went to Abraham and told Abraham why she in there laughing, and I already told you that she was going to bear a child. Confronted Sarah about it, and Sarah lied, said I was not laughing. All right. Going on, God has a plan to destroy the city of Sodom. Abraham goes to God and asks God, if there's 50 righteous people there, will you not spare the city? God says, if I find 50 righteous, I will not destroy it. It went from 50 down to 45 to 40 to 30 to 20 to 10. Eventually, them settling on God saying, if I can find 10 righteous there, I will not destroy the whole city for the sake of the 10. They parted ways. The overview of that was, that we was taught not to question God. And I feel like there was a lot to keep us to cut our communication out from the Most High. So open those lines of communication back up with the Most High. We're going to chapter 19. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. Now I want to go back right here. You got to see, they don't call it evening. He say, and there came two angels to Sodom at even. Even. Not evening. We're going to look into that later. Verse 2. And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned unto him again. And they turned unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Now, the angels came into Sodom, and Lot was sitting down, and he seen them, and he recognized the presence of God, and begged them to come into his house. And when they came in, and he washed them, and made them a feast, and baked them bread. Verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. So now all the people in Sodom, all the men, the young men and the old men, they done heard that these two strange men, which are angels, they here in the city of Sodom. So now they all at Lot house like, hey, we heard there's two dudes in there. Bring them out here so we can see them, so we can know who they is. Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold now, I have two daughters, which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came thou under the shadow of my roof. Now, I'm finna have to look something up real quick. They said, bring them out so we may know them. I'm finna see what we may know them mean in that context. Because the following sentence sound like something, hey, oh, it says the term derives from cardinal meaning of the flesh, and the biblical usage of the verb know, knew, a euphemism for sexual conduct, which makes sense. So, the old men and the young men in Sodom wanted to be sexual with the two men in the house of Lot. And Lot say, well, I got two daughters that are virgins. They've never known a man. I'm going to bring them out here, and y'all can do all that with my daughters. But these two men, y'all can't do that because they are under the shadows of my roof. And he was willing to sacrifice the innocence, the purity of his daughters to protect the angels that was under his roof from the, I don't even know what the cow that was going on outside. Hey, verse 9, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will need to be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. Now they trying to get in here so bad that they done got physical, to the point that they had to reach out there and grab Lot and pull Lot back in the house and close the door. 11, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seems as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened, Lot saying, arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. Now, the angels came there to Sodom to judge the city based off the conversation had between Abraham and God, saying, if I find just 10 righteous, I'm not going to burn this city down. I'm not going to destroy this city. The problem is, when the angels get there, and the people of the town here, the young men and the old men, hear this new men in town, they want to go and have their way with the angels, which was the initial reason that God wanted to destroy Sodom in the first place. All the sexual immortality that was taking place. But Lot hid them in the house. They pressed Lot, talking about jammed him up. The angels grabbed Lot, pulled him in. They struck the people with blindness so they couldn't see the house. The angels told Lot, get you, your people, and leave. Lot went to his son-in-laws and told him, hey, y'all got to pack up and go, because the angels, God is going to destroy this city. So the son-in-law looked at him and mocked him. Next day, angels come to him early and say, hey, get up, get your wife, get your two daughters, let's go. Grab them and led them to the outskirts of the city. Verse 17, and it came to pass, when they had brought them forth aboard, that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thine out of the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my lord. Behold, now thy servant has found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which that thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou become thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord of the heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the earth. But his wife looked back from behind, and she became a pillar of salt. Now, ain't it crazy? How God say, go here, and you go here, and it all work out. And God say, do this, and you do this, and it all work out. And God say, now this finna happen, and when this happen, I want you to do this. And you still like, well, I gotta see it to believe it. But you done seen God work. You done said your little prayers in your closet. There wasn't nobody in there but you and God. And the next day, somebody came to you and said something that you said in your prayers. Something that you had petitioned to the Most High. Somebody came into you. A day later, a week later, somebody coming to you and tell you, like, you know what? You know, it's crazy that you mentioned that, because last week I was thinking of, yeah, it happened to all of us. But we didn't take it as God heard me when the Most High heard me when I petitioned, and this is my petition coming into fruition. We like, oh, this is a coincidence. The coincidence was that God had did all these miracles, performed in front of them, and told them, y'all leave this city, brought them out the city. First and foremost, to be deemed righteous enough that God can take down this whole city and say, nah, I'm going to take y'all out of it first. Let me take y'all out. If your whole city was going down, would God say, hold on real quick, let me take them out? You heard what he say? I can't do nothing until y'all out first. So if your whole city was finna go down, would God look at you and say, hold up, wait a minute, let me grab them out first? That's another example of how God showing you he can do what he want to do. He will take and build who he want to build. But those who have been snatched are those who have been deemed righteous. Noah, when the flood, God said, no, Noah, he righteous. Let me snatch him up. Build you an ark. And they running. They tell them to run. I done brought y'all at the city. Showing you again. I'm with you. Follow me. Now flee. And don't look back. And then here's the crazy thing. They brought them at the city and tell them go into the mountains. And Lot say, hey, I can't go into the mountains. Can I go over here? And they tell him not to question God, but this is God showing favor on this man and saying, I'm finna take you and put you here. And he said, well, now, I don't want to be there, God. Can I go here? And you try to tell me you can't talk to God like that today? With they say? God, I want this, but in the end, Lord, let your will be done. His will be done when you realize you can talk to him just like Lot talked to him. When you can talk to him just like Abraham talked to him. We getting there. We getting there. But his wife looked bad. It got turned to a pillar of salt. I wouldn't have knew that she was salt. Because I'm gone, you hear me? But we like that in life. We feel like, what they say, Murphy's Law? Or now, what is the law of average? Everything been going right for so long that eventually something got to go bad. And we fall up into that, well, this been going good, this been going good. So, oh, Lord, what the bad going to happen there? And we cause the bad. We pull that bad to us. We say, come here, bad energy, because everything's been going good now. Come on, Satan, come do something, because everything's been going great. Won't even accept the blessings. Pray for the blessings, and God blessing you, you still won't accept the blessing because surely you ain't deserving of being blessed, but you asked to be blessed. You said, God, I'm tired of struggling. You didn't see me. You know what I went through. I'm tired, Lord. Help me. He sent you help, and you like, what is that? It ain't supposed to look like that. Nah, my help come like 6'3". Hold on, man. Verse 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. And Lot went up out of Zorah and dwelt in the mountains, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zorah, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. So now, in this scenario right here, it show you, just to go back on the statement I just made, when they say, God said, I'm going to bless you, I'm going to put you here, and you say, nah, I want to go here, and God let you go there, sometimes he'll let you go there just to show you why he was trying to put you here in the first place. Hey, you gotta get it, cause you see, he tried to make him go to the mountain at first, and Lot said, "Nah, I want to go to the city over here." But the city was close to the city that was getting destroyed, so Lot ended up getting messed around in the overthrow. So there he go back to God. He like, "Hey, can I go into the mountains?" So, excuse me. So you got Lot and his 2 daughters in the mountains where they were supposed to be in the first place. All right. 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in, and lay with him, that we may preserve seed with our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. So, Lot is in a cave with his 2 daughters. Lot is old in age. So his daughters come up with the plan that Daddy O, we need to preserve his bloodline. Let's get Daddy drunk and let's go in and lay with him. What? Lot is in the cave with his two daughters. They devise a plan to get their daddy drunk because he old. They say, ain't no man gonna come up in this cave. We need to preserve our daddy bloodline. We have to preserve his seed. Let's get him drunk and let's go lay with him. The first night, the older daughter did. The second night, the younger daughter did. Lot in here drunk, passed out. What? 36. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father, And the firstborn bare a son and called him Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger she also bare a son and called his name Ben-Ammi. And the same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. So, first of all, a lot just happened in a short period of time because that bloodline right there, man, what? They got their daddy drunk and laid with him and got pregnant. Both of the kids got pregnant. And one of them had a son called Moab, and he the father of the Moabites. And the younger, she got a son, his name is Ben-Ammi, and the same is the father of the children of Ammon. So, my question is, how they get out the cave? Anyway, it was a lot to untangle right there. It's so much lies, so much sexual mortality, so much deception, so much manipulation, and we still in Genesis. My name G. I'm the seeker of truth. This spiritual state, that was Genesis chapter 19. Until next time, y'all stay elevated.